Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Palisades crash victims identified. The 4 people who perished in a 2-vehicle crash on the Palisades Main Road in Kingston on Sunday morning have been identified. According to the police, the deceased are 57-year-old Rosemary Roberts Banton, 18-year-old Zachary Heslop, 43-year-old taxi operator Delroy Grant, and Camille Stevens Grant. All victims were of Seaview Gardens addresses. Reports from the Harborview Police are that about 5:45 a.m., Grant was driving his Toyota Succeed motor car along the Palisades Main Road when, on reaching the vicinity of the roundabout, a collision occurred with a Toyota Prado Land Cruiser motor truck. The police and the fire department were alerted, and a total of 6 injured people were transported to hospital. Roberts Banton, Heslop Grant, and Stevenson Grant were pronounced dead, while 2 occupants of the Land Cruiser motor truck were treated and released. Investigations are ongoing, the police said. Hawaii security guard dies in Mandeville crash. Hawaii security employees have been plunged into mourning following the death of a colleague in a motor vehicle crash on Monday on Caledonia Road in Mandeville. Sources named the deceased as Rodolph Pasley, otherwise called Randy, a security guard. Reports suggest that shortly after 7 a.m., Pasley was driving a Toyota Corolla motor car owned by Hawaii when he fell ill at the wheel, causing the vehicle to crash into a wall. Up to Monday evening, police were unable to confirm details. It was a somber mood at the Mandeville Regional Hospital, where Hawaii employees gathered on Monday morning as news spread about their colleagues' passing. Shaggy clears the air on Bustamante Funds project.
You know, the press, you have been, I'd say, in want of a better word, taking some battering in the press with regards to this handover, this $100 million. Because some people are saying they want it for something else. What do you, Shaggy, have to say about this?
Well, first of all,
by setting the narrative straight.
Correct you when you say handover.
Yeah.
We never hand over money to anybody. If you look at the model of Shaggy and Friends, we do not hand over money. We always buy equipment, right? If there needs to be repairs, we do repairs. If we're on a project like when we build the cat lab, they built the cat lab and we furnished it with the machines. It has always been our model from day one, right? We owe that to our donors, who that was the narrative, right? That has been the model. That's what they invest in when they donate. So we cannot stray from that.
Okay. What will it take though for this thing to move forward? In other words,
it has already been moving. We had a lovely walkthrough today with the chairman, Kenny Benjamin, right? Got him up to speed about what is going on. He was there yesterday, he says, and he has been to different meetings also from before that. Now, a lot of this was been in talk for about a year and a half, started by Dr. James, who was the then SMO, you know what I mean? And of course, we have Mr. Woods, who is the current CEO, and we've been having talks leading up to all of this to try and get the right one. We have to get a budget together. 2, we have to get drawings done. 3, we have to get contractors. We have to get all of them in place first and get the best. We don't talk about a contractor. We basically, like I said, yeah man, I'm gonna build that thing here, but I have 5 other things what I'm doing on, and then they're my priority. But that one I'm gonna just do what I want. We want somebody that is passionate about building this place and getting it right, and that takes time. That takes time of us going through and getting the right people involved.
But some people would argue, why is it taking so long?
Well, it depends on what you call taking long. Like I said, we've been sitting in 2 years of a pandemic, right? First of all, we had a plan first to build a brand new facility. Notice that we couldn't build a brand new facility because we didn't have enough land, right? We'd have to get the land from JDF. We realized to get land from JDF might take way more hurdles. So them say, all right, we could go ahead and build a ward, right? At that point, I said, okay, let's try build a ward, use the money for something. Then we were told that under the Charges Act, we cannot do that because it was earmarked for that, it was raised for that. So, where am I? I'm not going to break the law. You know what I mean? So I have to follow what the Charges Act said, okay, so after the ICU, then Dr. James came up with an idea and said, why don't we refurbish the existing one, right? And expand it And then we sat with our architect and go through and he started saying, yeah, you know, so we can push this wall out, make this little bigger, make this that. Matter of fact, we are a 5-bed facility. I think we can get a 7, which is what we have been doing for the last couple of months up until.
PNP declares December 12 Portia Simpson Miller Day. The People's National Party PNP has rolled out several initiatives to honor former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller. Mrs. Simpson Miller was the first female president of the PNP, served in several posts, and held several ministerial portfolios during her 43 years in politics. Party leader Mark Golding says the PNP executive passed a resolution declaring her birthday, December 12, Portia Simpson Miller Day, to be celebrated annually. He says he's determined for the party to do whatever it can to honor the former leader. Mr. Golding states that this is a beginning and the committee will continue to identify suitable ways to honor Mrs. Simpson Miller. Among the initiatives is a series of scholarships for women. Prime Minister Mark Golding laments that the former leader Portia Simpson Miller could not be at the unveiling of the initiatives due to her health.
Last Monday, at the executive committee meeting of the party's executive unanimously passed a resolution declaring December 12th of each year as Portia Simpson Miller Day. We are also establishing a series of scholarships in her name and honor, which will be awarded to 6 women from across Jamaica who are pursuing tertiary education in the fields of policy, gender studies, labor, tourism, government, or sports. And later today, we will be unveiling a statuette of Comrade Portia Simpson Miller, which will be housed at PNP headquarters. And finally, we will be launching the first of a series of what we call Moments with Portia, which will be videos which will catalog different dimensions of her greatness as experienced by others who knew her well. And this will be part of cataloging the immense legacy of this great Jamaican. Her place of honor and distinction in the pantheon of this country and this party is guaranteed and well-deserved. I am sorry that she cannot be with us today, but her health situation no longer enables her to make public appearances. However, the People's National Party and I personally will always remember and appreciate what she has done for our party and indeed for our beloved country, Jamaica.
Gun found in baby's crib in St. James, man arrested. A man is in police custody following the seizure of a handgun, along with a magazine containing 10.40 rounds at a house on Garden Crescent in Granville, St. James on Sunday. Reports from the local police are that about 10:38 p.m., a joint police-military team was on patrol when a house was searched and the weapon found under clothing in a baby crib. A man was arrested in connection with the find. However, his name is being withheld until charges are proffered. Investigation continues. Williams not being truthful about the number of teachers leaving classrooms, says Crawford. Teacher attrition is a very serious problem in Jamaica, according to Opposition Senator Damon Crawford, who has accused the Minister of Education, Favor Williams, of not being truthful about the actual number of teachers leaving the education system. Crawford, who is also the People's National Party spokesman on education, training and competitiveness, made the accusation during his recent contribution to the state of the national debate in the Senate. He noted that during a press conference just before the start of the current school year, Williams stated that 248 teachers had resigned from the public school system between July and September. Nowhere in that press briefing were we told that in 2021-2022, 1,310 teachers resigned. We're not talking about the other 435 that retired. The country was being given the image that this is in line with the norm, Crawford stated. He pointed out that in total, 1,745 teachers left the profession, while 1,098 entered during the same period, a deficit of almost 700. The opposition spokesman said that while the numbers provided by the Ministry of Education suggest that in 2019-2020, there were 390 teachers' resignations, there are nearly 1,000 more resignations in 2019 and nearly 600 more in 2020. Crawford highlighted that when a teacher in a secondary school resigns, having had responsibility for 4 classes of 40 students each, the impact is felt by 160 students. Crawford, who himself teaches lectures, said a principal of a high school in Montego Bay recently told him that his physical education teacher have been teaching mathematics for the past 3 years. He noted that teachers have indicated that their reasons for resigning include their inability to experience a decent quality of life on their current salaries. He cited their inability to own a motor vehicle or a house as major turns off from teachers. Hundreds of Jamaican teachers have over the years left for greener pastures to countries such as the United States and the United Kingdom.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell.